How's it going, guys? In today's video, we're going to cover Be a Pro real quick on like how to get started, what to really do, how you choose your position, and what you want to do with that position and everything like that. And then kind of jump into how you utilize your energy and everything like that, which I covered in another video. But I'll show you a little bit more on how we use that and how to save and maximize your energy. In this video, I will show you why simulating is not great for you, and why you should be simulating every single week and utilizing your energy and kind of what to do with your energy when you're in the off season. So without further ado, let's jump into it. Alright guys, so to start your Be a Pro journey here, we're going to just do a new journey. We're going to start everything out here brand new as if you're going into the game for the very first time. Okay. So as you can see, I have Ty Beardy. He's a skater. He's going to be from the great land of Canada. He's a right-handed, and in here, he is going to be called Beardy. Or actually, hold on. What if I just, if I go in here and I go, yeah, sweet. So they put it to Beard, which is good. So if you're ever making another Be a Pro or anything like that, you can literally just do that, and it'll give you the best, closest play-by-play name to your person. And then we go into player. So I usually like playing like I have this already preset and ready to go and stuff like that, but you can edit your skates just like last year. You can do all the stuff like last year. And then you can edit like your shot style, all your details and stuff like that. And this is where people would like go and you would choose like what you wanted and stuff like that. So we'll make him like 6'3", 215. I don't know. Just have some fun with this. Fighter, rarely, sure. Birth month, sure. City, we'll choose like we'll choose the Victoria because I'm a big Victoria Royals fan, so we will choose the Victoria because I'm probably gonna play for the Victoria Royals. And then you're pretty much done. You're ready to rock and roll here. And then when you hit continue, it's gonna ask you if you want to save your Be a Pro or save it as a common. Some people will save it as common. That's what I did in order to get the Be a Pro that I have, so that it was super easy and super simple. So I'm just gonna save it, and then you can choose. Just like last year, you can choose to start right in the NHL, you can choose to start in the European League, and you can choose to start in the Memorial Cup. However, there is one added thing to this. You get to play the World Juniors medal round. Same thing with this one, depending on where you're from and where you want it to be. So I'll get to play for Team Canada, which is super cool. And then you can go into here, and then you choose what team you wanted to start on. So I'm from Victoria. I'm going to choose the Victoria Royals. And then you can set your gameplay settings and all that good stuff. So in here, I'm literally going to just set mine to 10-minute periods. And I'm going to put it on rookie, just so that you guys can see what I mean by even on rookie and stuff like that, you can get through without really doing a lot of stuff. So we'll say start the career, and then you still don't know where you're going to play. Like, you don't know what position you're going to play because you never got to choose that, right? So a lot of people were getting hung up on that. This is the cutscene for it. So you're at a press conference. So you can choose either influential or confident. As far as I know, I've always chose confident because it gives you the best amount of rewards. So I always choose confident. You don't have to, but you can choose whichever one you want. And this is where you choose your positions. So if you want to just be a sole center, you can literally pick center. If you want to be a left wing, you can choose left wing, right wing. And then this is where you can have duplicate positions. So you can have, I'm a center and a left wing. I'm a center and a right wing. I'm a left wing first and then a center. And then you can go all the way down. Same thing with defense and stuff like that. You can choose left wing or left D, right D. So I'm gonna choose. What am I gonna choose? I was never really good. Well, I'll choose. I'm right-handed, so center, left wing. So this is where you choose your playstyle. So you can choose to be a sniper, playmaker, power forward, two-way forward, grinder, or enforcer. I'm gonna quickly choose. I'm just gonna go with what I usually go with, and that's power forward. This here allows you to get more endurance or body checking, depending on what you like. Never backing down from a battle gives you a little bit more endurance, which is always good. Your endurance is already at 82. Then here, like, you have the chance for secondary skills. My speed is at an 83 as it is. Strength and balance is up there as well. So, like, I could choose either one of these. I'm going to go with speed because speed is super hard to find in this game. It's super hard to get. And then you get to choose an X Factor. So you can either choose, like, X Factor, Unstoppable, or Big Rig. I'm going to choose Unstoppable because Unstoppable is almost overpowered. And then it shows you. You get +2 to your speed, Unstoppable, you're confident, you're a center, power forward, left wing. Alright, so something to really consider in this mode here is when you are in this mode here. So you can literally go down here, you can see all your stuff, you can see your traits, you can see trait points and stuff like that. You do have the energy up there in the corner. So if you go to activities here, okay, you have a game coming up, so you don't want to waste your energy or anything like that. But we're gonna put an energy in there so that you're at your peak, okay? And then you have 5 energy there. Now a lot of people will want to put it into these categories here. You can literally put 2 energy into this and 2 energies into this because you want to get more trait points the more you can. What I'm gonna do is until the first game, I don't do any of that. I literally focus on keeping my energy up so that I can continue to play the best game possible. So. Now, we have the semifinals against Sweden. So I'm going to quickly play the game, and then we'll be right back. Okay. So you see that I did a little bit of, I crushed it a little bit. Not going to lie. I got 6 goals, 2 assists, 1 game played. Like, we saved those extra points, right? So, I'm back to active. So, I can literally spend an energy, get up to energetic, spend another energy, and now I'm back to peak. Okay? So that means that for the next game, I'm going to be ready to rock and roll. Okay? So this is what you should be doing right off the rip here. Okay? Is conserving your energy. So you can simulate chapters and everything like that. And then you have traits and stuff in like this. Right? This is the same as last year. Only a lot of them mean a little bit more this time around. And then like you have your X factors that you can unlock and stuff like that. So like you can see I have that one unlocked. Now something that I didn't realize right away is that in order to get the second tier in this, you have to spend 6 X factor points to get your second tier, but your body checking has to be at 89 or higher. So let's just take a quick look at my guy here. If you go into your physical, you can see what your body checking is at. So right now mine's only at a 72. Okay, so I'm not going to be upgrading that anytime soon. Okay, so now we just exit out of here. Okay, now I'm gonna sim this, and I mean if we have to jump in, we have to jump in. Tie game. Team USA beats us. Okay, pretty much what actually happened in real life. So I was quiet in the loss, and then you lose things. Right? We lost the gold medal. That's okay. You can lose. Now, if we advance today, right, you're going to see what you gained. Now, you can see down here in the box score, there's the Victoria Royals, okay? So, that's not until... What day is it? My next Victoria Royals game is May 23rd, okay? Right now, we're in January 6th. So that means I can use all of these attributes here. So if I go and I hold Y to spend 25% of my energy, I can literally do this and gain more energy up there. You can only get to 12. When you're at 12, you have to stop. But that means I can get trait points. So there, I just got a full trait point. And I can get X factors. Okay, now I'm out of energy. Okay, now what a lot of people think is they're like, Beardy, like you literally just told us that we have to be conserving our health. That's true, but every single day when you get to the end of the week, it's gonna show that you minus 70,000. Okay, because I'm at a 65. But now I'm up to weary. So now I'm just not going to touch this. And I'm going to get a trait point. I'm going to probably put 2 more into X factors. And I got an X factor point now. So you can see up in the top right corner there, I have a trait point and an X Factor point. If you're going for X Factors, by all means, give it all you got. But what you really want to do is you want to focus on those trait points early on in the season. And then you can focus on the X Factors in the off season. So you can see I went up by 24,000 there. Now I'm up to 67. And I'm up to fatigued because it's been a week and I got that back. So now I can sit here and I can spend my trait points. Boom, now I have 2 trait points. And this is where a lot of people just go to the next chapter because they want to get into the next thing. But this is how you build your player really, like, for the better, right? You have from January to May to build your player with and unlock these trait things, right? So then you go in here, and now I'm up to tired. So I'm going to spend health. And I'm going to spend health. Now I'm exhausted again, but I gained 2 more points, which means I can pretty much get another full trait, right? So now I have 3 trait points. And this is how you do it, guys. You just basically simulate every single day and you earn your way up. So then so I lost 58,000. I'm down to a 64 overall. Okay. I'm back up to weary. And now I'm going to go trait points. Boom. Boom. I can't do any more because I only have 1. So instead of putting it into like something like this or anything like that, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to hold on to it. Because remember, you can get up to 12. But once you hit 12, which at the end of 2 weeks, basically you won't have enough. Or you'll have enough to be at 12 because you'll get 6 here. You would lose 1 if I waited until the end of the next week, right? Because you can only get up to 12. So now we just do trait point, trait point. Now I got 4 trait points. And a lot of people will like want to go in after X Factors and stuff like that, which you totally could do. And nobody's going to question you on whether or not you're going to do well or not. But remember, with the X Factors, and I learned this in my first playthrough, with the X Factors, you do have to have your percentage at a certain amount, right? So for mine, I could be sitting here getting X Factor points, trying to get up to the silver tier or even the red tier of the next X Factor. However, I need my body checking at 89 overall, and it's not even close, right? So you want to make sure that you're, focusing on the things that you need to focus on first, right? And we're only in February, guys. I have until May to do this. So we're going to simulate a little bit farther here, and once I get this done here, we'll look back and we'll see how many trait points and stuff like that I got. So we'll check back here in a quick second. Alright guys, so you can see that we are now at May 5th, and my first game is on May 23rd. So, with this, I now have 12 trait points. I have 1 X Factor point, which was just to show you guys. But my teammates and stuff are starting to dislike me, because I'm literally just focusing on my own training and everything like that. So I have 6 energy points. So I'm going to spend 1 there to get liked again. Spend 1 there to get liked again. And spend 1 here to get liked again. Okay, now I have 3 energy points. Now, a lot of people will throw them into here as well, and you can totally do that, which I'll do. Okay, but the other thing that you want to make sure is you want to make sure that you have some of that banked, right? Because you're going to have a few games where you're going to have to push yourself a little bit. There's going to be games where your team kind of struggles, and you're going to have to put the team on your back occasionally. So, and that's like the skating up and down the ice like we talked about in the previous video. So, I have 7 right now. I'm going to put 2 into there, put another 2 into there, and I'm going to save those 3. Okay? Now we got another week until our game is ready to rock and roll. So we go 7 more days. You can see we gained another 600 from our health. This here, now I'm at the peak. I'm at the best I can be, and I have 9 energy. Boom, 13 points. I could put the rest into these if I wanted to, right? Because you do get bonuses when you get up tiers. But as it stands right now, I don't need to, because they're all liked, and you eventually slowly work these up to where you need to get. I could also put them into X Factors if I wanted to. I could put all 7 into this, like all, or 6 out of the 7 into this. But with the health and stuff like that, because there is back-to-back games, you're going to have to worry about that a little bit. Now, May, I have 1 game there, and if you go with Victoria, so we have 1 game on the 23rd, 1 game on the 26th, 1 game on the 27th. So we have back-to-back games here, so you want to make sure that you heal your guy on this day. So after this game, you want to make sure that you have enough energy that you can put your guy back up, even if he's completely exhausted, to be able to go up against this team here. And the reason behind that is because you don't want to be playing as a 65 overall against the final team, okay? So that's one thing that you want to really make sure that you're doing, is being conservative with your with these and saving as much as you possibly can, okay? So now, if we go, we've got 7 energy left there, so we can advance, and then we will be at our next thing. However, before you go to the next game, you want to make sure that you add in your traits. So you go down here to traits. I have 13 of them. So some skills that you want to really focus on, obviously speed is going to be a big killer. So you want speed, okay? You want speed, okay? Now I have 9 traits left. Now for me, because I am a physical guy out there, I want to make sure that my body checking gets put up, okay? Now you can get body checking up really quickly just by throwing big hits and stuff like that, so I'm not going to focus on it too much. You could also worry about your dialogue here. So you could get that influential. So you have confident, and then you could get the influential as well. It costs you 3 trait points to unlock those options. However, unlocking this one option here allows you to be able to get more trait points and have more dialogue options. So do I recommend it right off the hop? Probably not. But if you want to have all those options and have the ability to gain even more trait points and stuff like that, you could totally do it. But I'm gonna just try and build the best player for you. So another thing that I would focus on is like offensive awareness and defensive awareness. So defensive awareness, a lot of people are like, oh, well, I don't play defense very well. This here, defensive awareness alone allows you to be able to intercept pucks better. So like if they're trying to throw a puck up past you, having defensive awareness really helps you out, be able to block pucks better. And then you got to make sure that you're watching like how much each one of these costs and stuff like that. Shooting accuracy, also really good. You can throw one in there, throw one in here. If you want to be a rounded player, if you want to be just a player that just gives her all you got and stuff like that, totally put it all into health. You can also save them if you wanted to. So as you can see, it grays that out, and now you can no longer use that. Because sometimes I doubt I'll be a center very often, depending on what team I go to. Strength and durability. My durability is at 99. There is no reason for me to get this because my durability is at 99. Okay. But like balance, acceleration is key in this game as well. So getting that is also really good. And then you could also go with like discipline and poise and stuff like that. Things that you can actually fix. Passing, hand-eye, also really good aspects and stuff like that of the game. But I think we're just going to continue to... I think we're probably going to save that one trait point so that when skating comes up again, we can add more skating to it, and then we can be super, super, super speedy and be good to go. So I hope that helps you out, guys. I really do. Just on how to get your trait points up and everything. As you can see, I'm already a 72 overall, which is ridiculous considering last year you usually started at like a 68 by the time you were at the Memorial Cup. And that's just from getting those trait points and everything like that as well. If we advance a little bit, I think it has to go to the entire week. But if we get all the way to the Memorial Cup, or to this game here, the agent's going to talk to us. And as you can see, I can get an X Factor ability just by saying, you know, I'm going to get 3 points in this game. I can also get my team up just by focusing on getting my performance score as an 85. And then there would have been another option down here. I'm guessing this would have been for a trait point. if you would have just if we would have unlocked that other option there, but unfortunately we didn't. So we're gonna go for an X Factor point. We're gonna have to get 3 points, and this isn't just in the next game. This is 3 points in the tournament. So that's pretty sweet because you have a few extra days to get that done, and like 3 points in the Memorial Cup. So pretty sweet. If you get 3 points, so 1 point a game, basically, you are going to succeed in that challenge. And then you'll get the X Factor point, so you already have the X Factor point. It awards it to you right away. So then you can look at potentially unlocking other X Factors. So if you go to the empty slot here, you can come down here. I have Rocket available. I could get Spark Plug, which is a really good ability. 1T, I don't have available because you need 3 X Factor points for it. Big Tipper, Big Rig is 1, and then you could also get like Wheels and Elite Edges are 5 each. You could get Second Wind, or you could get Born Leader. Now, if you're a person who throws a lot of body checks, I recommend getting Born Leader, because not only will it help you beyond belief, it will also allow you to be able to get energy boost for your team whenever you get hits, shot blocks, or shots on net. So whenever you shoot the puck, you will get a boost for your team, which is pretty sweet. And it's one of the easier ones to be able to get up to the top level and stuff like that, just because you need to have your manager thing higher than tier 2 and your teammate higher than tier 1, which basically means they can't hate you. So management has to be higher than negative tier 2, and teammates have to be higher than negative tier 1. So if your teammates and your manager like you, then you'll be good. And then if you save up the X Factor abilities and stuff like that, you can potentially get the Born Leader up to the Platinum one that it is, and then all the way up to the Red, where you get even more stuff for it, which is pretty sweet. So Born Leader is awesome. It's also a really easy way to get a captaincy or a card or anything like that. Like that'll be super awesome. Then you can view your lines and see where you are, where you stack up in your lines and stuff like that. I am the second line center for some reason. Probably just because they want to make you earn your spot as the first line center. But yeah, as you can see, I am probably the top player on the team. And then you can like check out your goalies and stuff like that, which is super awesome. Scratch players, so one of these guys got scratched because of me. And then yeah, this is super awesome. I'm the only person on the team with an X Factor, so that's super cool. And there's a solid chance that they'll probably put a C or an A on my chest, I'm guessing. But we'll figure that out in the next one and stuff like that. I hope this video helped. If you guys have any questions or comments or anything like that, feel free to ask them down in the comment section down below. And yeah, if you want to pop over to Twitch and stuff like that, you want to ask me anything in the flesh, feel free. I appreciate you guys. Thanks for coming out. I hope this helps. Take care. Bye-bye.